Okay, so we're live. GM everyone, or GN, depending on where you are like live from. Where you're like watching from, basically. So yeah, we're live with like the final the final episode, the like season 0 finale, round 3 of like Yap and Roast. And we have our yappers, and so let's do it like from Cherry, then Lila, then Emmanuel. You can like introduce yourself with a fun fact about like you, or you could also just do like something you like to yap about.
So, hi guys, I'm Cherry. Um, I'm currently a uni student and pursuing a bachelor's degree in CS, and I like to yap about psychology, dogs, anime, and anything really. But yeah, that's all. I'll pass it to Emmanuel.
Hello, everyone. My name is Emmanuel. Um, Fun fact: Plum, I think me and you have the same shirt from Alchemy. My mom thinks I work at Big One, so I think it's pretty funny. Uh,
Yeah.
and I like to yap about anything that's like, if I dig into rabbit hole, I'd probably like to yap about that. Anything I'm curious about. Um, yeah, I'll pass it over to Layla.
Yeah, hi, I'm Layla. A fun fact about me is that I like to give myself fake deadlines for things, just because that's when all of my good ideas come, like right at the minute. So if something is like a day later, I'll just give myself a fake deadline that's like a day earlier. And I like to yap about music and like TV, but mostly K dramas these days.
Okay, awesome. So that was like our yappers. Thanks for your intros. Oh, like me, I could introduce myself. Um, so hi, I'm Paloma. I love to yap so much that I have a podcast just so I can yap. And now I have a yapping show just so I can yap. And I like talk everybody's ear off when I get comfortable with you. Not everybody. Like some people think I'm quiet. Uh, but yeah, I'm a yapper, and this is OGnewbie, Yap and Roast. So we're not doing any guessing today. We've done enough of guessing. Let's just yap today. So I have my yap wheel, and so we're going to do, if you've watched this show before, then you've probably seen like how we use the yap wheel to do yap and or roast. So let me just pull up the wheel. Okay, so I'm going to pull up my wheel. um yeah, so I have my wheel here, and I'm going to just, yeah, so this is the yap wheel, and um there's a bunch of topics there. Most of them are like things that one or more of the yappers like to yap about. And so we spin the wheel, it lands on a topic, you yap, everybody rates you on a scale of 1 to 5. And I don't know, everybody rates themselves. But so yeah, you yap or you roast. I feel like this set of yappers like prefer to yap for some reason. Like I understand, I get it. But I also like to roast as much as, almost as much as I like to yap. But yeah, so this is, I'm just going to stop yapping and like spin the wheel. So the first round of yap or roast, we have 90 seconds. The second round will be 60 seconds. And then the last one will be like a freestyle, also 90 seconds. So yappers, are you ready? Let me know.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's go.
Oh, okay. So I see somebody. I see somebody. Hi, Anne. So good to see you. Are you able to speak? Yeah, I might not be able to speak because she's in transit. But like, thank you so much for joining anyway. But if you're able to speak, just ping me and then I'll give you the opportunity to. So basically, um, sorry, I keep getting distracted. Okay, so how are we going to do it? Like, what order? So I think we started the like intros from Cherry, but like yes, last week we started the yapping from Emmanuel. So this week we're going to start from Lila. So it's going to be Lila, Emmanuel, then Cherry.
Right?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
let me just get my sorry. Sorry, I'm getting my like notes pad ready to like record the scores, kinda. And whew, okay. So I'm going to set my timer, then I'm going to spin the wheel, then Lila takes the floor. In the meantime, you guys let me know like what you're going to say something like that. What was that?
I was gonna say, is it too late for us to like vote on who can yap on the topic?
What do
Like
you
if
mean?
we spin the wheel, if we spin the wheel and it lands on something like psychology, like can we just put in votes to you of who we want to see yap about it? What do you
Oh,
think?
that's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. So hmm. Hmm. But how's that going to work?
Wait
Because
or nay?
I feel like there might be a tie.
Hmm.
Okay, wait. So we're going to do um that's a good idea. Okay. So Yen can't talk, but she can vote. So that should help with like breaking the tie. So yeah, let's do like the first round the way we usually do. Then maybe for the next round we like switch it up to spin the wheel and then no, then we do the freestyle, then we do like the vote for somebody to yap. Does that work?
Okay.
Let me know. Let me know what you
Yeah, I
think,
like it.
Cherry. Okay.
I dig it.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
awesome. So Yen is going to be voting in the chat that you all can see. And you can also like give commentary. And maybe I don't know, like okay, this is a private chat. Also, if you do like a live comment, Yen, like on if you comment like directly on like Twitter or YouTube, like where the live stream is, then I could pull up your comments so like everyone sees it like a banner. So that could also be a way that like you join. Just because like you can't really speak. But yeah, I love all these like fun ideas on like how to like do the yapping. So um sure, and I could share you the link if you want. Ian. Okay. All right. So, are you ready, Lila?
Yeah, let's go. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel.
Oh wow.
This is fate,
Yay!
actually.
Destiny
This
has
is
come.
serendipity.
You're like you're the luckiest girl in the world, Lila, because this is the second time you're
This,
getting
yeah,
K drama.
this is why I pray. Yeah.
Lovely. Okay. So,
So yeah.
your timer starts now. Go.
Okay, K dramas. My favorite thing in TV right now. Like my favorite K drama is Vincenzo because I really love funny ass K dramas. And I've just found that Korean dramas have this slapstick style of comedy that I just don't see in other countries. Other countries are not really doing that. Hollywood, it's more towards like almost like a weird SNL skit type of comedy and not really like, throwing some like bad guy and he launches like halfway across the room type of slapstick comedy, like really stupid stuff. Or like punching someone and all rows of their teeth fall out of their face. Dumb things. I love that. I love that. I love trash. So so yeah, it's really fun to get back into like TV that's made to be entertaining and not really adhere to like the rules of reality and be a bit whimsical. And sometimes there are K dramas that get very dark too, so that's fun. But even the dark K dramas have these moments of levity and they still have their really funny moments. Yeah, that's why I love Korean dramas. And everybody is like really pretty unless they're a bad guy, which, yeah.
Okay, so your time is officially up now. So yeah, I think that Yen can also rate. Wait, but is it fair for Yen to rate but not Yap? Are you guys down okay with that? Or
Yeah,
like
I'm
just
okay
the
with
just the people?
I'm
Okay.
all right.
it. Yeah, and you don't want to rate.
Yen, everybody says you can. So if you want to, okay. So this is the time. Like, send me like your scores. Tell me like what scores you give Lila.
I said that in K dramas, everyone is pretty except the bad guys. I take that back. Actually, some of the bad guys they do be looking fresh.
Facts. Okay. Um. Okay. So I think I have the scores. Also, yeah, and I sent you the link on Telegram, just in case like you were wondering if I've sent it or not. So yeah, let's it's Emmanuel's turn and we're going to spin the wheel again and see where it lands.
Oh wow,
Astrology.
I was praying for anime.
Oh
Okay.
gosh.
All right, so
Ask Lila
I'm gonna
ask Lila
roast.
to pray for you next time.
So
Okay. Wait. So tell me when you're ready and I start your timer.
I'm ready.
Awesome. Like your time starts.
So I'm gonna roast astrology because I mean, like my friends were putting me on like 5 years ago. I think that was a big time when a lot of people were getting into it. At least around my age group. I'm 26, so 5 years ago I was 21, and it was like, what? This is stupid. To oh, this makes sense. Like I'm a Cancer. Like oh, I do hide my emotions from people, and like I probably the one that's I don't know, like crying in the club, um, alone. But I think I think that whatever you believe into, like whether it be your sun's sign, your moon sign, your ascendant, whatever you believe into and consume more of, you'll really start to believe into it just with enough time. I think it's true for astrology because I do see with friends, like I'm very close to fire signs. Fire signs are usually like my closest friends. Um, and we kind of complement each other. Um, like Aries and Leos and Sagittariuses and like some air signs I really don't get along with, but we still cool though. And there's some earth signs that we just be cracking up, cackling. But I think it's like if you believe in it, cool. If you don't, that's also cool. I won't let that be my god. I let God be my god, but I won't ever replace astrology for that. I just think it's a cool concept. Um, you can draw attributes from, and yeah, that's it. I won't worship it, but I think it's a cool concept.
Nice, nice, nice. That was a very nice roast. Like I was expecting.
Yeah.
Yeah, that you guys are too nice. Next season, I'm going to get like no offense, but I'm going to get some people that like are going to bring like fire. But I like the vibe. I like the nice, respectful way that
I think
everybody
we're
shows up.
very like I think we're very like live and let live in this group.
Yeah.
Should I be more
I'm
on
trying to
Hinge
work on
next
being
time?
a maybe I should
No,
work on
just be
being a
you.
better hater. Mm.
Let me check on the comments. But yeah, send me your scores, Lila and Cherry. Your scores for yeah, gentle Rose, very gentle. Send me your scores. Send me your scores for Emmanuel and then uh Cherry.
Oh, I do
I
want
was
to say
thinking
there was break time. Like there was this I think it was this girl on Twitter that she predicted that Joe Biden was going to drop out of the U.S. elections from her astrology chart, and that was crazy. I don't know what
Oh
witchcraft that
damn.
was, but that was wild. I was like, all right, it might be something to this.
Yeah, astrology is interesting because like there are times that it's actually accurate, but there's also a lot of confirmation bias. So we don't know if like the coincidence is actually what reflects it, or we're concentrating on those successful matches with the astrology.
I
Yeah.
um
think astrology is it's one of those things where like it's very watered down. The people who probably do the real astrology, I'm sure they call it something very wild and they probably do it at like midnight, I don't know, naked in the forest or something. And then you've got like these like I don't know, coffee drinking like millennials being like, okay, your star sign and then in the fourth house, in the 11th moon.
yeah, this is we're getting to like nice
And it's
roasting
like,
now.
I'm not sure. No, well, yeah, but I'm just like, I'm not really sure this is what the OGs intended astrology to be used as. But, you know, sure, if you want to find out if he likes you back because of your star sign, go ahead.
I think there's some space like there's like everyday like I don't want to say consumer astrology, but like the version that like is like pushed like to people, and then I think that there's also like a space where people actually like can read like information from like the like stars, the celestial beings, your like birth chart, things like that. Like there is some information that you can like get from like all of those things. If you read the information correctly or not, I don't know. You probably
And I
have to
don't
be
think
like
those
very
people are on
trained.
Twitter.
Yeah, so I think that that's why I said that there's like the consumerist version of it, like to like I feel like everything maybe has like the consumer version that's like pushed to the masses to get you to like buy and like make certain decisions, and like that could be watered down. But yeah, I'm also like curious about like astrology on some level. I'm curious about things in
I
general.
actually
But
don't hate
yeah,
astrology at all.
I don't know enough to have like a proper opinion on it. That's what I would say. But yeah, you can like roast. I think that with astrology, what I was actually expecting was like people roasting the star sign of their ex. But you guys are all nice. So none of that like happened here. So yeah, Cherry, when you're ready, then I'm going to spin. Ooh, I see like some comments.
I do know that
Yeah,
somebody, like, I
I'm
gave
ready.
someone my astrology star sign thing chart once, and she was like, how do you function as a human being? And I took that very personally. But she meant like, apparently I have a lot of, please, somebody who knows astrology, tell me what this means. I have a lot of Saturn, and that means that I'm very like structured, like to the point of insanity. So I was like, okay, cool, cool, cool. Yeah, cool. All right. So that's my
Yeah,
extent with astrology.
I don't know what that means, but
I don't know what that
Me
okay.
means too.
neither.
Wait, I'm trying to remember if it was anyway, like Cherry, if you're ready, let me know. Then we can like spin the wheel. Are you ready? I'm just gonna spin it anyway. Okay, your topic is raves, Cherry. So I'm gonna set a timer, and then you can go. Are you ready, Cherry? Is it just me? Like, can anyone hear Cherry? Ooh, Cherry joined again. Hi, Cherry. Hi, Cherry.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay, okay. Wait, the screen is loading for some reason. Oh my goodness, my internet. This is a really bad timing.
Sorry. But yeah, I can relate
Okay,
also.
okay. I okay, it loaded, but I can't see Paloma's video for some reason.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
Okay. I can see the wheel, so
Okay. That's fine. Like as long as you can see the wheel. So I spun it already because I thought
yeah.
like you were like here,
Okay,
and then you
okay.
landed on waves. So let me know when you're
Oh,
ready, and I'll set the timer.
raves. Oh, wait, what is a rave again? Like, is it those music festivals?
Yeah, kind of.
Kind of. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to rant, even though I've never went to one.
You could also
But
like
like,
just talk about like something associated with raves,
okay, okay.
like cloud music could give you tinnitus. So I
Yeah,
don't know.
raves. I don't
So
know if
yeah,
it was
go on.
rave, but like I've seen these videos about community spirit and how it can affect one in a positive way, but of course it can go in a negative direction because I forgot, like there was this one band that had a really uh what's it called, like they're really fired up about going to his raves, and it's a music festival where they dress up in very bizarre costumes to enlighten the community spirit. And I think that's really cool because they said that many of these people that go there are mainly people working in stressful jobs like doctors, lawyers, and when they go to those communities, they dress up really like in a bizarre way and they have fun with those people in the community. And I think that's oh wait, I this is also about what was that? Furries. I've heard about furries and how many of them are actually like really rich, and that's why like they can afford those furry costumes. But I think it's great that they have a community. Like, oh yeah, I saw this interview video of people interviewing like furries on furry conventions and stuff, and they were saying that the they were making fun of the community before they joined, but when they joined, they were welcomed with open arms, and everyone was very kind and welcoming, which has led to them feeling relieved from like their day-to-day stresses. Yeah, I think that's cool. And I guess that's also the part of raves, the community aspect and having fun with others. And that's pretty cool. I that's also with me and Web3 because like when I got in here from a year ago, everyone was very welcoming and I was able to go into the community with no problems. Especially with Shifi and her DAO, everyone was really kind and supportive with anything that I asked. So yeah. Okay, I went off a tangent, but is the timer up?
Yeah, the timer went off right around when you were talking about furries. Yeah, like
Yeah. I
around
went
that.
off so many tangents.
But yeah, Emmanuel and Lila, send me your scores for Cherry. And then, okay, so the next uh round, I think it's going to be freestyle-ish. So you pick a topic you want from the wheel, and then you wait. Should it be any topic in general or any topic from the wheel?
It's a good question. Any topic? I don't know. It's tossing out there.
Any topic out there. Okay. So the freestyle, you have about like any topic. Like of course you have to say what the topic is so we know like whether you're yapping on or off point. But yeah, then after that we do like what Lila suggested where spin the wheel, it lands on something, and then you vote to decide. Like if there's a tie, I'll break it. But yeah, then everybody votes like who they would want to yap on said topic. Um, and then we keep doing that like for a bit. So round two. Back to you, Emmanuel. Everybody like prepare your topic. No, I think everybody should tell me your topics like ahead of time. Like so, like 1 minute, come up with a topic. Then you tell me your topic. Then when it's your turn, you yap on it. I know that Laila is probably going to say like K drama again.
I would not. Oh my God, Paloma, please. Please,
I'm
have faith in
sorry.
me.
Okay, I'm sorry. Tell me your topic. I'm not going to.
All right.
I'm not going to say anything. Uh, interesting. 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 Okay. Okay. I have from Emmanuel and Cherry. Waiting for Lila. Let me get wait. Let me create a banner for like each topic. Um, ooh, okay, nice, nice, nice. Okay, so let me just like see if it makes sense to like, create. But I don't want the banner to like cover somebody's face or something like that. Does it matter? Like, okay, we could just say the
Can I
topic.
change my topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Interesting. Really interesting. The topics. Okay. 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 Wait, are you going with like Cunningham's law, Emmanuel?
Oh, can I put in two or I have to pick one?
Like, how are you going to yap about both of them?
Oh, you're right. I'll go with I'll go with my first one, actually.
Okay. 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 But like, I could add your second one to the wheel.
I like that.
Okay. Um, Cherry, are you good?
Yeah, I'm good now. The internet was acting up.
Okay. Okay. So I think that wait, I'm just trying to like add everybody's psychology. Okay. So wait, who starts? Actually, is Lila. Why do I keep like thinking Emmanuel? Awesome. So Lila is going to be yapping about food. You have how much time should I give? You have 60 seconds. Starting now.
Why did everything I wanted to talk about just like leave my head? Right, food. Okay. So so I generally talk about cultural foods. And like I love all foods equally, truly. There's very few things that you'll give me that I will not try at least. But there's something I find so funny about cultural foods or foods that you grew up with where they just like completely take over your taste buds. So I've had people tell me that like they travel to a different country and all they want to look for is the food that they get back home. Sometimes even when they travel to a different country specifically for the food, they're like, okay, this is enough. I need actual like real food, and the real food is just like food from back home. And I've had that exact experience when I traveled to Ghana. I wasn't even like an adult, I was a kid. But after some time of trying Ghanaian food, which isn't all that different from Nigerian food, they're both like West Africa has so many similarities, I was still like, okay, where is the jollof rice, the Nigerian jollof rice? Like, don't play with me. Where's my food? So I just thought that was so interesting that like you can go to a whole new country and appreciate everything, but still feel kind of hungry or like something is missing if that one element like of cultural food isn't there while you're still enjoying everything else. I find that so fascinating.
Okay, awesome. Like your time is up, obviously. So Emmanuel and like Cherry can like send me your scores for Lila. But yeah, that's so interesting. And the interesting thing about that, like as a Nigerian also, is that I didn't like Nigerian food like when I was young. So it's like so crazy that like I grew to love it. Like my palate got used to it. And now I also have that experience where when I travel, I'm like, oh, this is nice food, but like I need something spicy. I need like jollof rice. I need pepper soup. I need all these Nigerian foods. Like I can still like enjoy foreign foods. But then at the same time I start missing my Nigerian food so bad. So it's so crazy, like because these are all things that I did not like as a child. So I don't know, like somewhere along the line my taste buds adapted or something. Such an interesting concept.
Did you ever
Anyone
grow
else
to
have
like
thoughts?
fufu? This is so Nigerian. Do you like fufu, Paloma?
I don't like, it's not. So the thing is, actually I didn't like eat fufu at all growing up. Then when I went to university,
Ah,
I like used to buy it, and then I did not know that like it was not really good fufu. So I was like complaining about it, and then someone told me like, why did you buy this? It's not good. Like it's this, it's that. So like that was actually the last time I eat fufu, just because like
wow.
it left like a bad taste in my mouth and mind. But I don't think I'm
Mm.
opposed to it. But like I like the like regular like pounded yam and
Mm.
amala. I really like amala. But yeah, let's not talk too much about like Nigerian foods. Uh, any
Y'all
thoughts
making me
on
hungry.
food, Iman?
Mm.
I've always wanted
Yeah,
to try jollof rice, authentic jollof rice.
I you should. That's like one of the like crowd favorites. That's like one of the like um that's like one of like our selling points in terms of food. So you should try it.
Yeah, you're
It
going to
sounds
have
like a
to find
staple.
a restaurant that's owned by either like someone's like grandmother or like a chef guy with a beard, like a full beard. I feel like those people just cook better. I don't know why.
So that's how you know it's legit. If you got the
Yeah.
full beard.
We have the
Noted.
same thing in Japan where um in ramen shops if it's the main chef is an old man who looks stubborn and doesn't talk much, you know the ramen is good. Like that's uh yeah, you know through the vibe. It's an unsaid culture here.
I feel like it's that way with Caribbean food in the United States, at least on the East Coast. Like the meaner the people and the meaner they are when taking your order, it's like the rudeness is like the equates to deliciousness.
No, that makes
Well,
sense because people are obviously not going there for like the hospitality. They're going there for the food.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. In
that is so true.
Yeah, so that's a lot about food. Food was actually on the wheel, and like for some reason it never landed on, like nobody ever like got to yap on it. So that was nice to yap about. Emmanuel, I'm gonna start your timer, 60 seconds. Yap on like AI or yeah, yap on AI.
Sounds good. Are we good?
Almost. Okay. Now.
All right. Yeah, I wanted to talk about AI generated voices, specifically the advanced voice mode voice that OpenAI released. Yes, I've had access for like 2 months now, and they finally put it out to the public a couple weeks ago, and all free users um, like this week. And it's been so interesting to see the people use it, like now the widespread public, because of the accents and how close it is to be to authentically generating the accents and dialects. Like my mother is Haitian, and I asked it to talk in Creole, and it was like almost on point. And then I talked to my friends who's from Miguel, who's in Spain, and I asked it to speak like the Castilian Spanish, and it was on point. And then like it was like translating, served as like a interpreter between me, him, and his girlfriend over FaceTime, which is super funny. And I called my friend Michael, and he speaks Russian, and his look on his face is just amazing. And I've been seeing like tweets of people trying Jamaican patois. Um, there's people just trying like their native like language dialects, and it's crazy how it's not super on point, but it's like close enough. It's better than me, but it's like wow. It's a lot of people are saying it's scary, and I think it's really cool. But it's like, dang, how we're essentially training it. The more we talk to it, the more we train it. And I just think there's just so many different threads I can go down. But yeah, that's my yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I don't have that feature. Like it tells me it's not available in your region. Sad. I don't know if I can like use what's it called?
A
VPN to
VPN.
like yeah to game it and like get it to work for me.
I think you can. I've seen some people hack around it.
Nice, nice, nice. But yeah, thanks for sharing. You can tell me your scores for Emmanuel, Lila, and Sherry. Uh, and what are your thoughts also on like this AI, um, AI thingy?
Yeah, it's
If you,
um it has a lot of use cases, but I'm also scared for the potential things that people can do, like identity theft or posing as someone. I mean, that already happened. Like there was this one time a guy was invited to a meeting by the CEO, and it was a video call. The face was deep faked, and the voice was also through AI deep faked. So yeah, and he was scammed thousands of dollars, which yeah, it's pretty scary what can be. We really have to like spread awareness about this so people don't get caught up in these scams.
Yeah. And like
Mhm,
voice phishing scams as well are about to get a lot harder to detect.
mhm,
So it's cool, it's fun, but at the pace it's developing, no one is really developing stuff to like protect people or keep people safe at the same pace. Not even the people making the AI.
mhm. Yeah, there's a group of people that say like blockchain is the solution to everything. You can say it's wrong with AI. Like, and on some level, I get the point, but yeah, I agree with like the general sentiment that everybody else has. So, I think it's Cherry's turn to yap. I'm just going to
Yeah.
pull up the banner and then set my timer, and then you can yap.
Okay, so
Um,
can I start?
just 1 second. Mm, 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 mm. Okay, you can start now.
Okay, so in psychology, I have this. So basically, in YouTube, for leisure, what I watch majority of the time is psychology videos, including. I mean, recently it has been mostly unethical psychological experiments, and one of them is, I think, it's pretty well known as the Stanford Prison Experiment, and it really shows how societal roles can affect how people act. These people in the experiment were just normal college kids, and they were assigned roles of being jailers and prisoners, and only that role has changed the demeanors of these jailers to a more very aggressive, verbally abusive, and sometimes even physically, to the point that the jailers were really psychologically tormented through this experiment, that it was supposed to be a 2 weeks experiment but ended up finishing at 6 days since it was too cruel. And even the experimenter was really into this, like he was feeling the authority behind the CCTV cameras. He was feeling like the warden, the actual warden, and he didn't understand how these college kids were being tormented until he invited his wife to see the cameras, and she started crying in front of him, saying that you should stop this. You're literally tormenting innocent college kids just for this experiment. So there's also a movie about this, which I recommend a lot. And yeah, there's so many other experiments that were unethical. Oh yeah, also the Milgram experiment, where it's very simple. The experiment is basically the experimenter, the scientists, asks a participant to shock, like they have this red button, and shock the other person in the room if they answer a question wrong. And what was revealed is that there was no one in the other side, just a speaker of people screaming from the pain of the shock. But they push it regardless, since the experimenter authorizes them to do. So it really shows the power of authority and how we act against our conscience. Yeah, which was really interesting. Wait, I think I got overtime.
Yeah. You go over time, but it's okay. Like, this is a yapping show, so I expect the yappers are going to yap. But Emmanuel and Laila, you can send me your scores for Cherry.
Cherry, have you seen
Yeah.
Classroom of the Elite?
Yeah, a little bit. Oh wait, I've seen the first season when I was really young on TV, and it's pretty interesting. It really like shows, it's like a whole society in one class, politics within classes.
Yeah, as you were talking about the experiments, because I've heard about the Stanford experiment before, I was like, yeah, she would love this show if she hasn't already watched it. And they have 2 more seasons that are out too, so
Oh,
I think
really?
you would enjoy it. Or
Yeah,
I
I
think
really
3, because
liked
I
it
think
as a child. I don't remember much, but can I also like talk
it's
about
crazy.
the blue eye, brown eye experiment? Do you guys know about that?
What's up?
It's basically how, I think it was an elementary school teacher that wanted to teach her third graders about the how authority can affect a person's, like the Nazis. Why did they follow their leaders even they were doing something unethical? And there's a widespread idea that they were brainwashed, basically. And the blue eye, brown eye experiment is that the teacher told her classes that brown eye is superior, and she she put out all these like scientific information about how brown-eyed people statistically have higher IQ, higher success rate, and they're more beautiful and stuff like that. And it really affected the students. There were more brown-eyed people being stuck up and blue-eyed people being bullied, since they were described as inferior to brown-eyed people, which is really scary to think about, even if it's like a small thing that the elementary school student did to third graders. And it's widely said to be kind of unethical since she's using these children as an experiment, but it really shows how authority can affect our beliefs and how authority can just provide wrong information and brainwash us with that information. Yeah, that's all.
You know what this makes me think
And
about? Sorry, like
no, go ahead.
like you may not know like some of the like crazy untrue things that like authority figures like in school or like your different like particularly like if you're like religious leaders, like you may not know like some of the things they said that were not like maybe true like when you were like growing up, and like people just like bought into it, which is like they're not like actively experimenting, but that could like be part of it. That just like the blue
Yeah,
eye
that's
brown eyed
true.
thing makes me think of that like the brainwashing. I think there's actually like intentional like um brainwashing manipulation done by like even like politicians. But yeah, that's another thing entirely. You were going to say something, Lila.
Yeah. So I don't know, Cherry, if you have noticed any of this in these experiments, but have you found that any of them have been done to kind of, I don't know how to put this, like on people who are told that they actually won't get punished if they defy the authority? Because I wonder if a lot of these things are stemming because of that perceived punishment,
Yeah, that's
whether it's
true.
direct punishment of like the warden in the prison thing, or even like the punishment of the prisoners rebelling against you if you're not a good jailer or a strong jailer, things like that. And I think it also really shows how early on that that fear and desire to kind of give in to authority can really seep into people, because you're talking like college kids, like very young kids, all of that. So it happens a lot earlier than you would think. And then it just continues to go on throughout their life without them ever being part of a sick experiment that exposes just how vulnerable they are.
Yeah, that's very true. And it also shows how we believe stuff that authority figures say, and we just like make that as an excuse for against our own conscience because we know that we're doing something bad. I mean, they may be brainwashed to the point that they think that's all right to do, but for example, when the experimenter says shock the other person who is saying the wrong answer, because this is for the sake of the experiment, they're going to be like, oh, I'm going to do this because the experimenter told me so. But if the experimenter told them that they have a choice, I think that was part of the experiment, I think. Like, if they have a choice, they're more likely not to.
Mm.
So it
Not
really
even like
shows.
if they, yeah, no, I get what you mean, but not even like if they have a choice. Like if the experimenter was like, shock this person, but you can actually ask me why. You know what I mean? Like there's no punishment for you not doing it. I think the experiment would have fallen apart. Like there's no punishment for you defying me. So I think people carry that like very real fear of being punished by authorities, which you probably felt in school or growing up, like just generally here and there. And then, they bring it throughout the rest of their lives, even in places where you're not really going to be punished, or even if you get punished, like, so what? you know.
Yeah, that's definitely true. Like there was this one experiment about facial expressions, and it was really unethical because the participants were tasked to cut the head of a rat, like with an actual butcher knife. They were given that, and the experimenter just told them to do it because he's observing the facial expressions of various things. Yeah, back then experiments were really unethical, and even a 9-year-old boy was part of the experiment. And
I
That's
if they
wonder
crazy.
what these
refused, the experimenter will do it in front of them if they refuse to do it by
wow.
themselves.
That makes sense. But like still like I feel like you
Mhm.
could like take a stand to I mean I understand the 9-year-old boy, but like other people but like
Mhm.
it's one of those things like outside of it you can like have like clear like objectivity and like oh no this is wrong you shouldn't do this or that but like in the heat of the moment I mean like I've probably done like some things I shouldn't I like wouldn't have done if not like there's an authority figure like telling me to do. It's both like good or bad, both good or bad. Like there's some
Mhm.
like things for my benefits that I wouldn't have done. Like I'm Nigerian, and in Nigeria, like it's okay in like a lot of schools to like beat kids like with a stick or with a like belt or whatever. So like I used to be so scared of
Mhm.
like getting beaten, so I would do the right thing just out of like fear, which was good, but not also good.
I was kind of thinking about that when I mentioned like people come in with this already prefabricated fear of authority. Because, like, I'm also Nigerian and I saw exactly what you're talking about, like kids getting beat or even seniors feeling like they have the right to come fight you. And I used to get in trouble or not. Like, I get my ass whooped, but as long as I took you down with me, I was fine. So I was kind of like a troublemaker. And I think because of that, like, there's a what's the word? There's like a tolerance for dissent, and authority figure is mad at me. Boo hoo hoo hoo. Like, you'll be okay. So I kind of, and I've seen it like in throughout my life. I've been in situations where everybody is kind of going with the flow, and I'm just like, I'm not doing to do that with you. You people are doing that by yourselves. And I was just really curious, like I know Cherry said these are sick experiments, but I wonder like what the result would have been if there had been parallel experiments where you're like, you can actually challenge this perceived authority, and whether that would have been enough to like make people be like, okay, I don't want to do this,
Mm-hmm.
because it
Yes, so
kind
I
of
think it
brings
was,
that authority figure back down to like you're a human being that I'm talking to, not like some god from above.
like the bystander effect where like people don't like take action because you think like everybody else is going to do it. Like if one person like takes action, like people are more likely to like do it. I feel like that's kind of like leaning into like what you're saying. Like if the experiment was done differently, like there was like a actor that would like take a stand or like do something, then to see if like some people would still be down to like press the button or they would be like, oh, this like I'm not alone in not wanting to do this. I could like stand with this person. Those are like lots of like factors, lots of and I think we experiment also. You have to control for a lot of things because like we don't know because those like options and accommodations were not like given. But yeah,
Mm.
so I think we have like one more round of like yap or roast where like
I kind of
spin
want
the
to keep
wheel.
yapping about this. This was fun.
Yeah, I have another experiment about what you
Yeah.
said, Paloma.
Okay.
Like
Okay. Say the experiment.
there's this experiment about conformity where people there are 5 participants in the same room, and the experimenter shows them like a really simple graph saying like a multiple choice question, which line is identical to the line shown in this presentation or something. And it's an experiment about how if, for example, there are 5 participants, but actually 4 of them are actors and only one of them is an actual participant. And if the 4 of those actors says the wrong answer, the 5th real participant is more likely to provide that wrong answer, even if they know that it's wrong and it's obviously wrong. But if even one of the actors agree with what the participant thinks is the correct answer, they're more likely to say the correct answer. So yeah, what you said, Paloma, is really true. Like if even one of them takes a stand in what they believe is right, then they're more likely to not conform to the majority and say their own opinion. So this really shows how important free speech is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
In
but
a
it's
grander
almost like the
scale.
people are like they're like transferring that authority to literally anybody but themselves at that point. Because even the person that's dissenting just becomes another authority figure, which is
Mm-hmm.
like the perfect breeding ground for sycophants and like very
Yeah,
insane people who see themselves as the authority.
Mm-hmm.
so
Okay, so I think we should
society,
do, sorry, I think we should do another like
yeah,
freestyle round because I feel like Emmanuel wants to talk about Cunningham's law, which is kind of like psychology related on the topic. So like everybody else gets to go to like do another like yap sesh on like whatever you want, and then we can like continue like the psychology conversation like after that. Just so I have my scores, no offense. Not even no offense, but yeah. There'll be time to yap still. So let me know. If you and you could talk about like if it's a free whatever, you could talk about like Emmanuel Cunningham's law, like Lila could still talk about like psychology, and like Cherry could still talk about like psychology, but like maybe a different um like maybe like you can specify what it wants to be. So you can text me your thing that you want to talk about, then we go again. But like Lila was going to say something, so like while everybody's sending me, Lila, you can say what you wanted to say. Sorry, I cut you off.
Like, I think I pretty much wrapped up what I was saying.
Okay.
But like, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
I was ready to hop in, and
Yeah,
that
go for
conversation
it.
is getting good. Oh, I was gonna say like when it comes to conformity is so. I think there's something in us that looks for safety, like part of our I don't know, like evolved lizard brain that's trying to stay safe. So we see someone else doing something, we'll follow along in line. Like when I'm driving and somebody ahead of me like swerves to the right, it's like, oh, I should probably swerve to the right too. And then the next thing you know, it's like, oh wow, there's like this piece of cardboard or glass here or this obstacle that, you know, probably would damage my car had I not, followed the other person in front of me. And then this random example is like one that came to mind while this conversation was there's this lady who was dressed in all black outside of a bar. And as people were walking up to go to the bar, she was like she was acting as a security guard. She was just putting her hands out like this. And then she put her hands like this and just doing like the whole like the spread them thing where, security just pats you down and your torso and her legs, make sure you don't have anything on you. And she wasn't security. She was just somebody that came out of the bar and was just doing it for fun. But then everybody else that came up saw people doing it and came on, like nobody questioned her. It's like, wow, like as long as you had the attitude, like, okay, I'm gonna assume this position and I'm gonna act as if, it's like the environment around you kind of conforms to your stance most of the time. Um, yeah, I'm not sure y'all see a movie on Netflix either about the hitman and the woman. I think it was called Hitman. But yeah, it kind of has an example of that within the movie. It was really good. I just had wanted to bite on this topic.
Yeah, no. That's what we're here for. Oh, yeah, it's really interesting my conform. And it's interesting also like to talk about like this kind of things from the outside, like from like as a concept and like observing others. Then it's also like interesting to like see yourself in it and like the ways that you also conform or not conform. And like the like impact is like separate from self, but like also you're kind of like a part of the problem and solution also. Really interesting. So yeah, like Lila and Emmanuel also like tell me like your next freestyle topics that you would like
Oh,
to yap about.
Cunningham's Law.
Okay. Uh
I don't have any
Lila
other
and Cherry,
freestyle
just tell me.
topic.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
let me think of something.
You said prank calls before,
Yeah, but nah.
like the psychology like made you this vibe. What about you, Cherry?
Wait. Um, I have a lot more about psychology because I watch way too many videos about the experiments. Hmm. Is there a chance like I can like join in to other people yapping?
Yeah, sure.
And I'll try to think of one while other people are yapping too.
Oh, Cherry, I was about to say, like, I love the psychology that goes on in like anime protagonists monologue when there's like a fight or a scene going on. I feel like
Yeah.
the psychology behind that. I was thinking of the Tamari versus Shikamaru fight in Naruto. And there was so much psychology in that fight. It was just like, wow, this is really getting good.
They're playing 4D chess within
For
like
real.
0.1 seconds. And the narrator is like describing every move that is happening. It's pretty cool. It's also the same with like sport animes where every move is slowed down to like 0.5 seconds, milliseconds worth of moves. And it's really nice because like we never get to like get into the inner psyche of those people, for example in the Olympics. And I think it kind of accurately describes how they are feeling in the moment since they're literally fighting each millisecond with each move and trying to transcend the limits of their own like physical activity, which yeah, that's pretty interesting. Yeah, we can start with the yapping session.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just 1 second. Like, for some reason, um, my like stream is having issues with like Twitter, so I'm trying to like fix it. Hopefully that works. But yeah, we can just keep like. Oof. I don't know what the hell is wrong with like Twitter. It's saying like something something. Ah, okay. We're back live on Twitter now. Oh my gosh. Um, is it like the same? Ah, it's the same live stream. Okay. So if you're like watching on Twitter, like there was like some issue with like the Twitter API and the streaming, but we're back live on Twitter now. So yeah, Cherry, the two things that will be like yapped about is Cunningham's law and spirituality. So like, and Cherry's gone. Okay. Emmanuel, if you're ready, I'm gonna set a timer like 1 minute, and then you can yap. Let me know when you're ready.
I'm ready. I think
Awesome.
so.
So okay, go.
Kind of feel like Layla when he's like everything we'll talk about just leaves your head. But yeah, Cunningham's law. I was like thinking about it yesterday. I didn't know what it was. I remember seeing it on Twitter like a year ago when um you're more likely to get a response to a question if you post the wrong answer instead. And I've seen so many examples of it, and it just makes you think like, wow, like sometimes people are helpful, sometimes they're not. But I think there's something in us. Maybe people want to be seen as correcting somebody, or people want to help people who are in danger or have gotten their favorite topic wrong or thing wrong. I just have to go in and help and give them the right answer. I did post the wrong thing, and I think that's I don't know why that is. This goes back to psychology, but I find it so interesting. You can find examples online, like on Reddit, on Twitter. Um, it's just the different types of examples out there are just it's really just hilarious. I saw somebody do it on purpose too, who didn't get responses to the question he asked on the timeline and put up a tweet. It's completely wrong, and then just the list of comments all saying the same thing. I also think that's also something I've noticed and I don't get about the internet culture, like for my whole life, is like if you ask a question and someone posts an answer, like why do people keep posting the same answer if there's already answer that addresses that question? 'Cause whenever I go to comment on a tweet or something, like if I already see somebody that's commented an answer to that tweet, I won't comment because it doesn't make sense to waste my energy to paste something that somebody else has typed. And I don't get why people don't read entire threads before they comment. I guess some threads are super long, but some are short and you can just read before you comment to see what's going on. I I don't know why people are driven to do that. I'd be curious to know about y'all too. Like if y'all are the type to like comment real quick before reading an entire thread, or do you read first? I'm the type to just read and comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
interesting.
Terry and Lila, you can send Emmanuel's score to me, and go ahead, Cherry.
Okay, wait, let me send the score.
It was actually supposed to be Lila. I don't know why I keep forgetting and like asking Emmanuel to go first for some reason that I do not know. Whew.
Wait, what was the name of the law?
Cunningham's law.
Cunningham's law. Okay.
That's
Yep.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
really interesting. Like wrong answers get more support, and I mean, but I guess it also has a part in wanting to display your intelligence. But yeah, I also don't really get why people answer the same um thing for that are already answered. But like I guess there's also, if they answer it differently, it can also help the person. Because like when I see Reddit threads about something I wanted to learn about, I see different answers but like with the same idea, and that can like allow me to like solidify the understanding. But if it's like actually like exactly the same, then yeah, I don't really get why. And also, I don't really comment much, which can really, which affects my understanding of this matter. Do you guys comment a lot on things? Because I'm more like a bystander or like a viewer of things.
Yeah, I don't really
Yeah, I
comment
don't
a
comment.
lot on things. I reply like, what's it called? I actually would most times like DM it to a friend or to like my sisters or to like my group chats before I comment on a thing, unless like the person is the same person that I would be DMing things to, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that
Yeah, I'm not
makes
really
sense.
a commentator unless I know the person or it's a topic I'm really excited about or curious about.
Yeah, same here, basically. I think the reason people spam the same answer might kind of also be like that. Just this strength in numbers type of thing, where if you're seeing the same answer over and over again, maybe it makes people more confident that this might be the right answer.
That's like I've been seeing on Instagram people keep saying "nice try, Diddy." Have y'all seen that?
What the hell?
In what context?
I don't know. It would just be a video like or an advertisement, and people just line up in the comments saying "nice try, Diddy," and it's just hilarious and stupid. And I had to really look it up. Like, why are people doing this?
Oh, where did it
Um,
come from?
I I think this
Diddy is
Diddy
like a meme.
and his
He's
his
now a meme.
schemes. It's so like disgusting, but funny because like it's turned into a meme. But yeah, it's wild.
I swear, if like a serial killer like Ted Bundy existed in the internet age, he would become a meme so fast. I just feel that's the kind of thing that would be very memeified in this day and
It's like
age.
people don't take things seriously anymore.
Yeah, it's cool to be like, laissez-faire or whatever. It's cool to look like you don't care. That's the internet. If you look like you care, the internet will come for you. That's when this is so cringe. Oh my God, you feel joy? Ew. That's where that starts to come
Oh
out.
my goodness. Yeah, there's so much like prevalent um prevalence of people calling other people doing normal things cringe. Like it's like the one word insult that everyone likes to use.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much like performative nihilism that's so like, come on. Didn't we all grow out of this stage like in middle school? You can't I hate the world through you're 30. Like, come on, you know?
Facts.
And there's a lot of like group think also on like the internet because like sometimes there's like a bandwagon, like someone says something and then like everybody piles on, which sometimes is just like the like experiments you were talking about where you need like one major person to say it, then you feel like it's okay to say say the like
Yeah,
terrible
that's
thing, or like
true.
if you see everybody like all the comments are nice, because I've seen like comments like going through the comments to laugh and then seeing like maybe I am the one with a problem because like everybody else is so nice. Like but they thought like the comments were going to be like mocking the person because they were like mocking the person. And so yeah, there's a lot of like the internet and like social media, there's a lot of, it's like real life psychological studies being done. You just have to like observe.
Yeah, the internet as a whole experiment.
Truly just one big like jailer and prisoner experiment, except we are all the prisoners actually.
We're all the guinea pigs. Okay, so I think Cherry, tell me what topic you're going to like talk about. Like,
I'm just gonna
still.
rant about random things.
Okay.
It can be anime, it can be psychology, because I have a lot of topics that come up in the top of my head.
Okay. Lila.
Yeah, I wanted to take us into a spiritual realm. So I just want us all to breathe in, breathe out, get into the yoga mindset, whatever. So, spirituality, it's something that I just, I kind of want to roast it, but I also don't. So, when people get very spiritual, I just find it really weird when they're like trying to rope people into their own belief or a brand of spirituality, whether that's like, an organized religion like Christianity, Islam, or something more woo woo and out of left field. I just think spirituality is a lot more personal than that. It's really more about how you navigate the world and how you understand certain things that either happen to you or in your life. It's very personal. So I always find it really, really weird when people try to take like something that's meant to be so specific and then try and broadly apply it to random people whose lives and situations you know nothing about. So yeah, that's my little half roast on spirituality. And I also feel like a lot of people that think that they're religious or spiritual are actually not. And I feel like such a hater, but I'm just gonna say it like if you loved God so much, why does your life look like shit? So, like if your spiritual life was so strong and you're such a great like religious person or whatever, then I feel like this is so Nigerian. The blessings and the goodness of the Lord should be reflected in your life. Like there should be something in the way you navigate certain problems that tells me that you're moving with this divine understanding, this divine grace. And it's just like, no, you're kind of floundering. You don't look happy. So what's going on here? So yeah, that's my thoughts on spirituality. I could yap more about this, but I'm going to keep it brief.
Yeah, 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 yeah. There's a lot that one could say about like spirituality. But send me your scores, Emmanuel and Cherry, or like Lila. And let me know if you want to add anything. And then if not, then Cherry's turn to yeah about whatever, 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 whatever.
Okay,
I
so
mean,
should I
it's
start?
random question. After Cherry, I want you guys to answer if you believe in soulmates or what you believe about soulmates. Because like everybody has their beliefs. But yeah, I'm gonna start your timer, Cherry, now.
Okay.
So yeah, you
So
can go.
like um so okay, I have a lot more experiments, but I'll concentrate on MBTI. Do you guys know about that? It's the it's a personality type test. And there was a time that I was really into this because I mean it's interesting as a way to like try to understand other people's perspectives and how other people can be, since like in this society today we don't regard how different we can be from other people and how other people can have different values, such as for example in these I recommend taking the personality test because there are people that highly resonate with the personality type that they get, or there are people that don't really resonate, and that's all right, definitely. Because personally, actually, I don't really resonate deeply with the personality type that I got, but there are friends that are literally the embodiment of the personality that they got from the test. which was really interesting to see. And I think I got to like understand their perspectives more. And the MBTI has also allowed me to understand my mother's perspective, or like other my family members or my friends. I mean, it's basically 4 letters that describe what we value and how we perceive reality. And one of those letters is feelings and thinking. And I think it shouldn't be um split like that, but it really shows how, like, if you read more into it, someone can be more logical than um relying on their feelings when making decisions, and some can be more emotion oriented, and we need to like respect how they make those decisions. And yeah, um, is the timer up?
Yeah. So you can send me your scores for Cherry, Emmanuel, and Lila. But yeah, we're yapping Cherry on like I'm also like a fan of like um personality tests. Like,
Yeah.
and I said this once to my sister because my sister like studies psychology. She's studying psychology. I told her
Oh,
like a
that's
few
cool.
years ago, like I don't not that I don't like I don't like that like um star signs like astrology tells you like what your traits are, but not how to like um fix it. So like um I dumped like astrology for psychology and like behavioral psychology. So I was like very obsessed with like behavioral psychology and like the different personality types, and then like eventually like learning about like trauma. And because my own thing is that I've seen like my personality change a lot like over the years, like in different like scenarios and for different reasons. So I could never accept something that just said like this is who you are, because I've been many versions of myself, and some versions I liked, some I wanted to get back, things like that. So yeah, that's why I'm more like I want to know like your personality. There's some fluidity. I don't like it's fixed and all. But yeah, also like I like the idea that like understanding other people's personalities helps you understanding like personalities helps you understand people, also yourself. But it's all an interesting concept. Any thoughts from the rest of you?
Here's a link if anyone wants to try it out. Like, I sent it to the private chat. And also, yeah, I definitely understand what you mean, Paloma. And like this MBTI thing, it's basically a self test, like self observing test. So it definitely affects how the test is definitely affected by how you're currently, like your personality now, and not like astrology where they choose one thing and you it's based on your birthday, so you can't really change it. But for MBTI, it's more like trying to find yourself. It's like it's somehow like soul searching. And I truly get that there are people that don't really resonate with the type that they got, or maybe they were mistypes, or but people who actually resonate with the type they got, they've definitely MBTI has definitely helped them get more insight about themselves and understand themselves and others more. And yeah, I'm yapping redundantly, but yeah.
No, it's all right. This is a safe space for like yapping redundantly. I do it. We all do it. That's why we're here.
Yeah, thanks.
I was
You're
gonna say I
welcome.
took this. It was one I kind of blew up on Twitter about a month or two ago. This personality test that broke it down to archetypes. Um, there were different archetypes than I was used to, and the scoring rubric was different. And it used like positive emotions and negative emotions as a rubric, I guess. But there were like 9 different types. Like you had the hero, the scientist, the artist, the defender, and there were like 4 more. But it was very interesting, and the analysis it gave you was very interesting. And I didn't really agree with mine first, but I started reading into it. I was like, oh wow, this makes sense for I guess the era that I'm in right now. And you could see the other types too after you finish as us. I think before you finish it too, you can check. But yeah, I definitely don't mind sharing it. It's very interesting, and it's just like I think almost like the one you shared, Cherry. Like you have to pick the answer that best resonates with you without thinking too much on it to get the best results. It was very cool to see like what other types you're compatible with, or work well with, or how you work. I thought it was just different than any other personality test I've taken.
Yeah, definitely. MBTI is like that. Like, it considers how you make decisions, basically. But there are some questions that you feel that you don't resonate with either, and you can just pick the middle ground. So you can, I do that. Like for many of the tests, there are a lot of questions that I feel that I don't really belong to either side. So I just like press the middle one. So yeah, that's just a tip when you're taking the tests.
Okay. So I wanted to ask if you guys, what you guys believe about like soulmates. If you are open to share, let me know. Do you believe in soulmates? Yes or no? And like Amelia's show Soulmates NYC has me thinking about like soulmates today because her show was like at the same time as mine actually. But hers is still ongoing. Like she still has 1 or 2 more episodes. I don't know. So thoughts.
Is it like strictly romantic or?
No, just as a concept. So like in her soulmates, you could also find like a friend, like a BFF. But yeah, just as a concept, what do you believe about like soulmates?
I think I believe
I
in it.
think,
Yeah, go on, Layla.
yeah, romantically, no, I don't believe in soulmates. I think like you can connect with somebody and still connect with a very similar person. I think very, very few people will connect with someone romantically that's going to be like a one of a kind type of thing. But I think like with friends or other types of relationships, yeah, I see more people have like friends that have stuck with them through thick and thin, 50-year friendships, whatever, like people that you're just like always so, so, so comfortable around. You don't put on any airs. You don't like, you're always yourself. So for me, like seeing is believing. And so I've seen more of that. I'm more inclined to believe that like those are where the soulmates live. And then some people get lucky that they're also romantically involved with like that type of friend. You know what I mean? People that have like that soulmates romantic relationship tend to always describe their partner as their best friend anyway.
Yeah,
I
I
don't think
definitely
like if
agree
you're
with
looking
that.
for a romantic relationship, I don't think you're going to find a soulmate that.
I think soulmates is like basically a more vague term for having good chemistry and have, having the right vibes with that person, because it's kind of hard to describe like how, like even now the friendships that has lasted over a long period, I don't know how to describe, but like we just click. And I think that's what soulmates is. Like you just have the same chemistry. And yeah, basically. And also, yeah, I definitely agree with your romantic part. Like people who have met their so-called soulmate And those like wholesome YouTube videos that I see of like elderly couples just being so in love with each other, I think that's really cute to watch. And they also joke a lot around together a lot, which really shows that they're best friends and they're best friends for life.
Wow. Both of your responses are very interesting. Wow, they got me thinking a lot. For me, I think some days can be romantic, because out of this person's spirit or soul, like I've intertwined with theirs, and they've intertwined with mine. It's almost like the grooves meet in a gear, like the teeth just fit so well. And I think it can be the same too for friendships. Um, like I think about with a few of my best friends, like we really didn't click at first, which is weird, but over time, I guess the teeth found their groove, and I hope those grooves stay there for a long time because sometimes the grooves leave, and that's okay. I think it's part of life. But yeah, it's like I try to appreciate the moments where the grooves fit, and I think it's really cool when like yeah, I was just keeping my friend Miguel. Me and him have these crazy parallels where we'll go through a very similar life instance within the same time period, like in the same week or the same 3 4 months, and we'll experience like the same challenge, and we won't talk for like months, and then just randomly call each other, and then be like, "Yo, you went through that too?" Like, what? Like, stop! And it's crazy, and we'll be on the phone all night, could talk for hours. But I think like Layla said, like you meet that person or those people you should be yourself around without having to wear a social mask and can let your guard down completely. I feel like you can see their soul for who they are. It's a spiritual thing. Like you see your soul and they see your soul. Like it's just there. I think yeah, because I feel like I don't know, maybe it's like a different realm than chemistry. Maybe you're on the physical plane. I feel chemistry. And it's going up, but like I don't know, the soul it stays. And I don't have to really put in effort. The effort comes up organically. That's the best way I can explain it, at least from my
In-
perception.
interesting. I just like to hear like people's thoughts. Like I just actually before like this soulmate thing, it's the question I usually ask people like, yeah, do you believe in soulmates? And then the answer they give is like, okay. I be like I am down the rabbit hole of like of like soulmates, but I'm still like figuring out like what's my actual beliefs around all of that is. But yeah, I feel like with some people there's like and like sometimes immediate, sometimes like over time, like knowing and seeing of like yourself like in each other and like deeply understanding and like bonding, and it feels like you knew them in another life, or like it feels like you were meant to meet them, or it feels like you were meant to like hear the things that they say to you on some level. But then I also like, because I'm deep down the rabbit hole of like soulmates and twin films, I've seen like a lot of people stay in like abusive situations because this is my twin flame and like we're supposed to be together no matter what, and it doesn't matter like what they're doing to me now because we're like meant to be together. And like I've seen a lot of like
Oh no.
chaos. I've seen like a lot of people like justify things or like force, and then there is even like the like social media memes where it's like, I don't know who needs to hear this, but don't you think your soulmate would actually want you? Like, don't you think your your soulmate will actually want to date you? So like if the person doesn't want to date you, they're not your soulmate and things like that. But yeah, it's one of the topics I'm like curious about. But yeah, it's also something like I believe on some level. I also feel like you have like so for example, I feel like if like I have soulmates, then I feel like my mother was probably one of my soulmates because I think that we were meant to be mother and daughter, and that if we had a choice, we probably like chose each other. But like that's another thing. Like it's not like we have an interesting relationship, but it's just like I don't know, like we like bring out the best and worst in each other.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
really cool.
interesting. But like I don't like have any like strong beliefs around it. It's just like something I think about from time to time, something I read up about, something I have like loose beliefs around it and like considerations, but also a lot of concerns because the like spiritual community, like a lot of people get into like terrible situations because of like the whole this person is my twin flame. Um and like some people even like, oh, my twin flame is married, but like I have faith that like I think some people get into
Oh
like
my
limerent relationships.
goodness.
Some people get into like limerent relationships with people um where it's like one-sided, but you believe and you hope and you manifest your SP and they don't come, but like not to judge people because I can like see how that can go and I can see like um it's just like an interesting concept, but also one I'm wary of because it's like some people don't need to be hearing that. They need to be hearing other kind of messaging, like get out of that situation that you're in. Or like let me help you get out of that situation. But yeah, it's just an interesting concept, like on all the different sides. This is the like leaderboard. And I think that this is like our final winners actually. Because the scores for like each round, if you take out like the other people, it kind of like follows this trend like Lila, Emmanuel, Cherry. And then you guys were the only ones that were there in like all three rounds. And like you have to like be here in 3 rounds to win. So yeah, you guys are like our finalists. Thank you so much for like joining your panel. Congratulations. The there is thanks to so it's really interesting. So I have like the like prize money from the like money from prizes from Mega 8. Then also I had like a like additional like mini sponsorship from like an independent person who actually like went to school with like one of the yappers that I don't know. But yeah, the person was like really, really supportive and then he gave me some extra money. So like I have like extra money to give out. But yeah, I will be communicating to you guys like send me your wallet and like this is what you want. But like just so that you're the winners. So congratulations, you joined the yapping show and you won. Proof of yaps,
Yay.
basically. If someone asks you like how much are you yapping, like I
Awesome.
literally like went on a yapping show and like I basically won. Like I yapped so hard. Terry even got a perfect score. Terry got a perfect score for yapping. That's so crazy.
Oh, yay.
It was the one about like psychology. When you yapped about like psychology, that was when you got a perfect score. Just so you know. Just so you know. But yeah. So this is the end. Any thoughts? Any last words? Any more yapping before like we go?
We have to do this again sometime.
Oh yeah, so I'm definitely like going to do this again, but like in a different way, in a different way, and it might look different each time. So like the next season would probably be like one on one, so like two people in like one episode, like preferably like someone older, someone newer, like so it's actually like OGxNewbie. Um and then yeah, and probably it's not probably not going to be like this format with like everybody like every week. It's probably going to be like a new person each week, then a reunion at the end. That's probably like how I'm going to do it for the next season. The next season is going to be focused on like marketing, crypto marketing, because there are a lot of like things I want to yap about like within that theme. Like I want to talk about like the intern thing. I want to talk about like brain rot. I want to talk about like um what else? I want to talk about like pretending your account is hacked as like marketing. I want to talk about like I want to talk about like all the crazy like marketing things that I've done, but also all the good ones, and also things like founder reads, like founder marketing, like which other like topics? I have a whole list of like things, but yeah, each one is going to be like different. But yeah, if you're like watching or like you're a yapper, I'm always down to like hear ideas on like what topic we should yap about. Like eventually I would like to do non-crypto, like a non-crypto theme. But for now, like most of the themes are going to be like around crypto. So technically this one was like themed around NFTs. If you notice, like we did a lot of like NFT guessing, and like NFT talking about like NFTs for like the last few sessions. But let me know your thoughts for like future sessions, and let me know like if you're a yapper, like let me know when I start like doing like promo for the next season. Let me know if you want to like join again. I'll see how that works. But I feel like there's there's a special place in my heart for like my season zero yappers. So yeah. Um anything else?
I'm kind of sad it's over, but this is a lot of fun. It was cool to meet new folks, and uh, yeah, like this is fun. I'm excited for what you do next, Mama.
Thank you.
Oh, for sure.
I'll
I'm also
definitely
excited.
watch the next one.
Yeah, and then maybe the one after that will be about like devs. So you could join again, sure. Maybe it will be about like coding. I don't know. It's still all like I don't like to like say too much because I know that like everything changes. Like everything changes, but I am sure that the next season is going to be like marketing focused. How it's going to look, and I'm sure it's going to be like player versus player, like one versus one each episode, and it's probably going to be longer, like maybe like 12 episodes, like 12 sets of people, or lesser, like maybe 8 episodes, 8 sets of people. I don't know, but yeah, it's gonna look different from this one. This one is like unique. Well, thank you so much for joining. Thank you for yapping. Thank you. It's really interesting. Like I also don't want it to end. That's why I'm still yapping. But yeah, it was really nice to meet you. Thank you so much for like joining me and like making my idea come to a reality, and like allowing me like experiment like the different things that I could do with like this show, and like being good sports with like amazing energy, and like having on interesting topics, and like I could go on and on. But yeah, thanks for being part of like season version 0
Thank you for being
of
a host.
Yes, thank you.
Yay, best
yeah,
host.
yeah. Thank you, and you're the best yappers. Nice. Wait, are you using like OBS to put like
Yeah.
emojis? Gosh, I
Yeah.
need to get like I actually downloaded OBS. I just need to like learn how to use it. Oh, also something that I have not like announced. I want to do like a series of like live streams where I like dummy test, noob test different applications. Because I see like everybody like posting like where are the apps, best apps and all. So I want to like try out on live different apps and like roast them if they're not like intuitive or like user friendly or like noob friendly. So that's something I'm gonna be doing probably soon enough. I just want to like try out things and see how that goes in my off season while I prepare for the next season. But yeah, thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for supporting. Also, like I said, I'm also in like, can I pull it up? I'm in like Mega Live. So like there are like other people doing shows. If you would like to, you could like join their shows also. There's like Amelia is doing Soulmates, Fahim is doing latte art. So they like he has like baristas make like bunnies with like latte milk and all of that. And then I think Hannah is doing like Gaze of Our Lives. So yeah, really interesting shows that everybody's coming up with. But yeah, that's that. Like any final words for the yappers? Because I could go all night.
I just want to say, like, nice to meet you all. It was great.
Nice to meet you officially too. Like I knew Cherry kind
Oh,
of before, but like
oh yeah.
I've
And the
met all of you
Solidity
like in a different
Sisters.
way. Yeah, how is that? Like I've been missing the like weekly calls.
Um. Uh, oh yeah, it's really good. Like we're going through the Sifrin up draft
Mm-hmm.
right now, and yeah, it's great for like consistently learning Solidity and reviewing the concepts every week, and also to like converse with fellow women in the field. It's great. I'll invite like anyone who's watching or Layla to join. It's Solidity Sisters on X, and I think you can join through like um, a form that they have. So yeah, please join if possible.
That's pretty cool. I feel like I've been joining so many things this past year, like Shify, and I've applied to be a DAO contributor. And yeah, I don't know why I'm applying so many things, but it's really fun though.
Yeah, that. Yeah, it's true. I'm also in like the global developer cohort of her DAO that's running till October 6th, a 1 week course. And that's also pretty fun. For people learning Solidity, I recommend Speedrun Ethereum, which we're using right now, which has like 7 homeworks where you can have each checkpoint, and the machine will grade it for you. And I think for the last few homeworks, there's an actual grader for it. Let me send the link for people who need it. Yeah. Okay, that's all.
Okay. Speedrun it. I think that wait. I think that this is like the private chat. Yeah, like sending the messages to
Messages
yeah.
where here?
Yeah. But it's okay, it's okay. So yeah. Bless
Bless
you.
you.
Speedrun
Bless you.
Ethereum.
Thank you.
Let me
Okay, I sent it through
okay.
X.
Yeah, so speedrun Ethereum. And then Hadao, and then also Solidity Sisters. Those are the things. But yeah, um, I think that we can end on a good note, and I will be in communication as always with the rest of my yappers. And then everybody else, I will see you on the next show. So I'm going to end. I'm going to end this now. Because if I don't end it now, we're going to keep yapping. But yeah,
Okay.
we could always like keep communication in the little group chats that we have. Uh, and okay, I'm going to end this stream in like 5, 4,
See ya,
3,
guys.
2,
Bye, everybody.
1. Bye.